Hey there, it's Joe, Sonic Disruptive. How are you? I am very well tonight. Album review time. The new album by Mool, a Danish melodic black gaze band who formed in, I believe it's 2012. Anyway, this is their second full-length studio album released on November 5th called Diorama. Previous to this, they have 2 EPs and 1 full-length studio album released in 2018. Now, I have never heard of this band prior to this, so I was coming in fresh, coming in new. I've had this album for, I would say, probably 3 weeks, maybe even more, and I couldn't tell you how many times I've listened to this album. It's shocking how many times I've listened to it, and that was unexpected. This album has this special thing to it that's hard to put your finger on. It's like the perfect blending of melody and fierceness. The perfect blending of direct song structure with unpredictability. It's these different elements coming together in such a perfect marriage, and you can listen to it time and time again and find new moments with each listen. And while you have plenty of atmosphere in this album, as you would expect in this particular genre, you have moments where you are awash in reverb and awash in delay, like normal, but not as many as you may think, and there are many more moments where you're just being kind of punched in the face again and again. It's that type of an album. This album has 8 songs, fairly short run time of approximately 46 minutes, I believe, and it flies by. By the time this album is done, you're not ready for it to be over. You don't want it to be over, so you listen to it again, and that keeps happening because there's moments you're like, wait a minute, did I miss a song or something? Because this thing flew by. So you repeat it and you repeat it and you repeat it. I think I'm most impressed by this dual guitar attack here. There are such strong melodic guitar lines going throughout here. They're so catchy, so hooky that they tie you to each song. They hold your focus, they hold your attention, and make each song stick in your head long after the song is over. And that is important. It's the beautiful melodic lines, the crushing riffs, and the razor sharp vocals here that really push this thing to another level. And while we're on the subject of vocals here, the vocalist always sounds like he's going straight for your throat on this. Some sort of demonic creature who is thirsty for blood. You just hear it on every song. You hear this pain. You hear this anger. You just hear this scream that just sticks with you and grabs your attention whether you like it or not. Even if you don't want to like it, you almost end up being forced to. I don't know why. Like I said, it's hypnotic in many ways. I know this band gets referred to as being similar to Deafheaven, and rightfully so in certain aspects, but for me, this album comes from a more metal foundation than the Deafheaven that I have heard. Well, much of the Deafheaven I've heard, well, the new stuff is just all really mellow. But even Sunbather, there are moments of sheer heaviness on there, but there's a lot more moments of peace. This album doesn't give you that much peace. The final song on here is beautiful. That is a very peaceful song. This great female vocalist, I don't know her name, such a great performance, such a beautiful song, but yet there's that he still comes in with just his death-curdling scream, and it ends up not so peaceful. But, so there are moments of this peace and beauty, but there's a lot of just getting your teeth kicked in throughout here. So don't be too concerned with the genre it may fall in if you're not particularly fond of that genre. It doesn't seem to me as droney, as repetitive as other music I've listened to in that area. And from a production standpoint, this album sounds huge. Headphones, it sounds huge. Sounds very clean, very precise. You can hear everything going on very well, and they don't overdo it. Like I've already said, some bands in this genre, they can overdo it. You know, you get this thing and they just gets overdone, and this doesn't do that, which is good. So anyway, those are my quick thoughts on this album. Again, I enjoyed this much more than I ever thought I would. It's one of those, it grabs you right away and it grows. So it's like having a little present each time you listen to it, but it is fierce, beautiful, melodic, powerful, direct, and it's just really damn good. The songs here are very well constructed, very well put together, and I highly recommend checking this album out. So if you haven't, give it a listen. Mool, Diorama. It is out. As of this video, it's out in 2 days. It's out November 5th. A killer album that you don't want to miss. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching. See ya.